Joining me now is Dr. Aileen Marty. She's an infectious disease expert with FIU. Is it really going to get to that point?
The original models, if we had not applied any of the public health measures, were that we would be losing over 1 million people. So we're down to 200,000 because of the current level of public health measures that are being applied. But we could get lower than that. We could have less death if we applied all the available public health measures.
Well, Florida now has more than 4,200 cases. People 65 and older have been told for weeks to stay at home. And according to data from the Florida Health Department, most of those cases are actually in the 45 to 54 range. And we're seeing the same number of cases in the 25 to 34 demo as we are in the 65 to 74 demo. What do you think young people need to know with all of this data?
Well, I would start with the reality, which is because of the way the information was provided, the people 65 and older took it to heart and immediately curbed a lot of their activities and started taking actions that would benefit their survival. Whereas the information as it was originally broadcast led the younger people to think they were somehow immune, which no one is immune from this virus.
And yesterday we actually saw our biggest jump so far, 737 new cases in Florida. Now, is this solely because more testing is available and that's why these numbers are going up? Or do you think the virus is still spreading right now, even though we're seeing a lot of people social distancing, people staying at home, and a lot of curfews being put in place, like in the city of Miami?
Right, but people don't understand. The entire thing has a lag time. So it takes time between when you are infected and when you show symptoms and when you get tested and when you get your result. So it is partially the testing, but the truth is we're still seeing an increase in cases because of when the public health measures were instigated. And remember, we're still not doing all of the public health measures we should be.
What else do you think we can do at this point? I know a lot of people are calling for Florida Governor Ron DeSantis to shut down the way other states like California and New York have.
Well, quite simply, China showed us, Korea showed us, Singapore showed us. We have to identify every case. We can't just test the more severe cases or the ones that are absolutely likely to have it. We have to identify every case, isolate every case, treat every case, and test every single contact of every case. And then the other thing we're doing wrong is that we keep sending people home who have these milder cases where there are other family members. So the other family members almost invariably wind up incubating and getting sick, so that's a big problem.
And even though there's a really strict criteria at most of those testing sites for who can actually get a test, the U.S. is still leading the world right now in confirmed coronavirus cases. I know a lot of people say, well, yeah, we have a bigger population, but China has 4 times as many people as we have, and now we're seeing more cases than that country where the virus originated.
Yeah, almost twice as many. So yeah, we're really soaring in our cases because we dragged our feet. That's one of the reasons. We didn't take it as seriously as we should have at many levels of government. The media, not you, but other media, downplayed this enormously, which was very, very unfortunate. The misinformation that got out in social media as well, all of that. The problems that we have with our testing protocol, and then our way of life, our independent way of life, which is such a wonderful thing normally, is against us right now, and we're not using all the tools. We're simply not using all the tools that we have to our disposal to get this over with.
And just less than an hour ago, President Trump announced that there now will be new tests for the coronavirus that will give you results in just 5 minutes. And this just coming into our newsroom, President also announcing he will extend social distancing. The initial 15-day period was set to expire tomorrow, but will now go through April 30th.